Beyond Saltmarsh is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Superior Adventurers Guild. I'm Dave, your humble dungeon master. We're going to jump back into another exciting game of Beyond Saltmarsh. Thanks for the subscription, North Shore DM. What a guy. Hey, viewers, thank you so much for coming here tonight to watch this. We appreciate it. We like to have fun. We like to play games. I like to play games with my good buddies. I want to introduce you to my good buddies right about now. So say hello to these fine folks. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
You guys ready for another session in the Pinata ruins?
Oh yeah.
No, but that's never stopped me before.
Yeah, I'm already writing the eulogy.
That's
Oh
true.
my god.
Nice. Byron is playing.
All right.
Yeah, say hello to everybody.
Hey there, everybody. My name is Andy. I'm playing Rhunar Deg, an 8th level human dual sword wielding Battlemaster fighter and captain of the Good Buddy.
Indeed.
Yeah,
and
all I
ready to
had to
get
say
after
right
it. Ready to get after
ready
it.
to get at it.
Yep. Nice. Hi, Kirk.
Well, shoot, I'm Kirk. I'm playing Byron Hern, the rogue of the party, slash dip into fighter, slash I'm also the guy who has been the voice of reason our entire last session, who said, let's not follow a ghost into the woods. Let's not climb this ziggurat. Let's not go exploring this ziggurat. Let's turn around and flee this ziggurat. Let's not go over to this crypt sarcophagus in this ziggurat. And you know what? Nobody listens to me.
That's right.
The first part I was thinking is very off-brand, but the second part about nobody listened to you is completely on brand. So we're good to go.
and I'm pretty sure that you also said, I don't want any part of the treasure that we may or may not find in here.
I didn't say that. I said we should get out of here. This is a bad idea.
It was. But good adventures never started out with a good idea.
That's true.
Hey, it's me, Chad, also known as North Shore DM. When I'm wearing a different bandana. It's a headband. I play, what's my character's name? Tenoch Knucklebones, the wonderful divination wizard who, as I guess many of my characters tend to be, is still a little aggressive and likes to punch things and doesn't take shit from nobody. Least of all these freaking Gricks or dead mummy guy. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Hello, my name's Rhunar. Wait, no. Byron, no. No.
Man, your hit points ain't that low.
Farendir? Is my name Fair? No, it's Nearendir. My name is Nearendir.
To
No.
our hearts.
That's happening next. Hi, my name's Michael. I'm playing Theo, the Hexblade Warlock, wannabe paladin, currently carrier of an STD, a spectrally transmitted disease, and that's gonna end well. Let's see how that goes.
You also are suffering from a UTI.
Undead transmitted infection.
Exactly. I like this bit. Anyone else?
I got nothing.
Oh,
except for
guys.
I just want to say one thing. I will be playing a new character probably soon, Fair to Midlandir, who's Farendir's cousin.
We laugh, but if we cycle through characters, we're going to end up with this whole chain of them.
Sorry. I was just dealing with blocking a spammer.
I
don't know if he's still
I was
in
telling
there
a joke
or not.
too hard.
Yep, it was good. I missed it though. I heard the laughs. That's all that matters. Guys.
That's all right. Give us a recap, my friend.
Well, before we get there...
sorry. I'm jumping ahead.
You're jumping the gun.
Ooh.
I've got an idea. Let's do some announcements.
Okay.
Now, I have an announcement, guys, and I was just wondering if you were aware that we have a Dungeon Masters Guild best-selling publisher as our campaign sponsor. Did you know this?
I did.
True.
Know that.
Yep. CZRPG. Our buddies over there, they've been gracious enough to support our stream for, I don't know, since we left Saltmarsh, I think. Most of this third season of our campaign. I can't believe that we're already 30 episodes in, but guys, they have graciously donated their latest publication, and it's on the DMs Guild. It just came out. It's called, very appropriately, Dark Hexes and Horrible Diseases. It's a 23-page PDF written by Matthias Gildeman and edited by Jack Weingill. It's a supplement for your 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. It has 8 diseases, 9 curses, 2 new stat blocks, and 3 new magic items. Guys, if you have a favorite dungeon master in your life, maybe you want to get this for them. Maybe you're a dungeon master. Maybe you want to buy it for yourself so you can throw some dark curses and diseases at your players. I would never personally do that to my players. For example, like mummy rot and these kinds of things. Not interested in having that in my games, but we'll see what happens tonight as we delve deep. Yeah, okay. So anyways, this bit is going a little bit long, but guys, here's how you do it. You just type in CZRPG into the chat. Like Chad's going to show you how to do it, and you are entered to win. Hold on, I better actually set that up here. Nightbot.
And while he's doing that, I can tell you, you can rest assured, CZRPG is in fact good buddies.
That is a really good point. I'm glad you brought that up. Christian is a good friend of ours. He appeared on one of our episodes of Roll Your Doom. We got to interview him and get to know him. And he's working with us on some side projects. So we've got some things in the work. They're good people. And if you support them, we would appreciate it because they've been supporting us for a long time. And both Chad and Michael are going to point just below their screens there. Yep, right there. A little bit to the left, Chad. Yep, there you go. Perfect. Guys, there's that link. bit.ly/guild-czrpg. You jump on to that, and you'll be able to find all of their cool stuff that they're publishing on the DMs Guild. I'm just going to type it in the chat there so people can jump over and check that out. All right. Andy, I know you have a huge announcement.
I do. What was it again? Oh, yeah, we have merch.
What?
We have t-shirts. We have sweatshirts. We have coffee mugs, tote bags, pillows, wall art.
Really?
Go check it out. I can't post
we have
the link
pillows
right now
now?
because I'm not on my home computer, but maybe somebody could throw that post.
You
The
got
link, throw post and throw it. Yeet that link into the chat.
You're using
Everybody-
that common parlance now.
No.
Nice
Well, I
job.
am on Twitch now, so I gotta adapt.
Yeah, get with it, man.
Yeah, check it out. Good stuff on there.
Yeah.
I have a second shirt coming my way right now.
Which one did you get?
Nice.
Did you get the Midwinter Keenan shirt?
The roll together, die together one.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. That one's pretty sweet. That's a really good one. Dang.
Yeah,
big fan.
Basically,
I'm a
we're
big
just
fan of
making
that.
t-shirts for ourselves. I think we're the only people that have bought t-shirts. I have 3 of them now. And I bought
Yeah,
one for
I
my
know.
mom. Isn't that sweet? You know what? I think Chad has some announcements that are pretty major.
Oh man, I do. First announcement: tomorrow is our Midwinter Keening stream, playing in the campaign setting of Svealand. Written, and of course, the stream is also sponsored by Dream Realm Storytellers. Some fantastic set of creators over in Turkey doing just some amazing work. I'm excited. Right here on this channel, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to about 10 or so. It's going to be awesome. And we have some really cool stuff coming up. Perhaps, you've heard us talk about Virtual Greyhawk Con, which is a convention celebrating the life really that is Greyhawk. Hosted, kind of spearheaded by Lord Gazumba, or Jay over on the Lord Gazumba Twitch channel, and us, Superior Adventures Guild, and folks like Blue Box RPG, and those are actually
Stella Luna.
I got a lot going on, so I don't actually
Warlord
know who
Games.
else. Trollard games. Yeah, all these people are going to
Or
be
maybe not
involved.
Trollard, but Trollard I think is one of the sponsors. Praetor's
sure they're
Rejects
sponsoring
is
it.
running a game.
Nice.
Yeah.
A lot of really cool folks are running games, and you can you could play with us. You could play with whoever you can sign up for. That is October 1st through 3rd. Sign up is now open. There's a link that will happen very shortly in the chat. You can go there and learn all about the fantastic games and whatnot. And if you're interested in playing with us, Dave specifically is running a game called The Siege of Westkeep, a very kind of famous battle that happened right here in Greyhawk. And that will be from 10 to 2 on Saturday.
Yep.
On
Saturday the
I didn't write
2nd.
that part down.
Yep.
On Saturday the 2nd.
Yes!
It's gonna be super fun. And then we're also having a presence at Gamehole Con, which is both a physical con and a virtual con. We will only be there in digital spirits. But that convention is October 21st through the 23rd. And registration for badges is now available at a link that will probably appear in chat very shortly. And registration for games will happen soon. It always kind of depends on when everybody gets submitted games and stuff in. I am personally running 2 games, one on Saturday and one on Friday. Bearcats to the Rescue, which is a sort of sci-fi rendition of the movie Red Dawn, and Assault on Europa 2, which is a love letter to Alien and Aliens, but not Alien Resurrection, because that movie was fun but garbage. It was garbage.
If we're going to get into that, that's a whole hour's discussion.
It is. That's a separate podcast.
We got D&D to play.
But it's super fun. So if you're interested in joining us or interested in any of those conventions, I highly recommend you check them out. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's all I got. Cheers, folks.
Awesome.
I'm
Thank
out.
you, Chad. Mic drop. God, we killed those announcements, guys. We really killed those announcements. Proud of us. I'm proud of us. Anyone else? Kirk, we got any birthdays or anything that we need to be aware of?
No, not today. It's quiet.
Nobody was
in
born
the,
today.
Realm. No one.
Okay. I just want to say I apologize to everybody whose birthday it is today. All right, fellas. Yeah. So let's jump into a recap from last weekend. Last week? I don't know, guys. Seriously, it's been a long day.
It's been one of those. It was a holiday, so
yeah. Things have transpired. It's been interesting. But hey, here we go. In our last episode, the Deg Gang gathered themselves from their battle against a small regiment of undead within the Pinyara ruins and endeavored to delve deeper into an ancient stone ziggurat that they'd discovered in the dense rainforest of the Gloomhaven Glades. Dropping into the darkness, you found yourselves in a dank, dark tomb, which would later be revealed was adorned with skeletal canine statues and unnerving dioramas depicting demonic scenes from torturous landscapes. Tenoch would correctly ascertain that this place was paying tribute to Mictlantecuhtli, the omen god of death, darkness, murder, and the underworld. As you explored this pleasant space, you woke a nest of gricks, which slithered out from fleshy fungal webbing laced across the dungeon to greet you. So too did an awakened mummy warlord wielding a bloodied spear. Byron was stabbed, and Theo was infected with something called mummy rot. Theo and Rhunar responded quickly by hacking away at the mummy with massive blows, but Rhunar, unfortunately, was also infected with the rot. Blows were exchanged, and Byron tossed an alchemist fire, hitting the mummy and setting it ablaze. At this point, all of the visible gricks were put down, and the flaming mummy looming over the badly wounded Theo stood resilient and readied. But Theo stood his ground and swung his packed weapon. It was pretty epic, bringing the sword straight down onto the creature, the blade trailing this hex radiance and exploding into light as it tore through the mummy warlord, dropping it to the ground, burning in cinders. In the aftermath, Rhunar and Theo investigated the broken stone sarcophagus, while Byron mourned the death of his ape companion. one of his fuzzy friends. Tenoch correctly identified the curious bouquet laid atop the sarcophagus as a corrupt magic circle of desecration and quickly brushed it away. Theo then set it aflame. Byron and Tenoch pushed open the sarcophagus, causing a loud crash as the stone crumbled, waking more of the Gricks from their nests. Slithering sounds coming in from all directions and echoing through this dungeon. Byron quickly dug through the remains inside the coffin and found a golden bracelet covered in gems. Meanwhile, Rhunar spotted a pair of chests covered in the thick fungal webbing and began to hack through the webbing to gain access. With that, a large slithering Grick, an alpha Grick, you might call it, appeared from the darkness as we ended the session. And gentlemen, with much anticipation for tonight's episode, I would like you all to roll initiative. Let me get you into the
New
map.
initiative.
Click your icon, Rhunar.
Yes, Rhunar, click your icon first.
Hey, Rhunar, you do whatever you want to do. It's a
You do
free
you, buddy.
country, but
do
if you
you.
don't roll on that icon, we are dropping you to 0 initiative.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I don't speak words.
Let's remember you're doubling your initiative every round last game.
I do it one time and I don't hear the end of it.
Yeah, you got busted.
One time.
You got
That reminds
busted.
me of a joke I'll tell after this.
All right, I don't see
Oh, yeah,
anything.
big 9.
Where's my character sheet?
Where's your character sheet?
It's underneath Discord.
Oh,
Nope.
I need
There,
my
it
sheet
wasn't.
too.
I clicked the torch.
The torch has an
I
initiative
thought
of 20.
I thought I clicked Byron. The torch is underneath Byron.
What were you saying earlier?
Oh,
I
man.
am shame.
How dare you?
All right.
So the torch you're saying should actually be Byron.
20. Yeah, the
Yeah.
torch should be Byron.
Okay. let me
Nope,
bring-
the torch's turn's going to be first.
Yep.
That's hilarious. I clicked on my Byron and the torch was above Byron apparently.
All right, Byron. Rhunar. Grick. Theo. Tenoch. So Byron, you hear this slithering around you and you see this creature emerge from this. If you remember correctly, you guys are kind of up on a main sort of room and there are stairs right in this area here that drop down into sort of a lower level, what appears to be a hallway. And in that area, there's this low-hanging green, like fog and haze that just kind of floats low and maybe moves a little bit. And that's why you didn't see the Gricks moving in from that direction. There is this fleshy fungal mass that Rhunar is hacking away at just north of where you are. Rhunar, you're making your headway towards these chests. But there is also at least one Grick in the webbing that's slithering towards you as well. Byron, you are at the top of the order. What would you like to do?
Byron's gonna turn to his friends and be like, "We need to get out of here now." He's gonna reach into his fuzzy ball. He's gonna say, "I'm so sorry." He's gonna underhand a little fuzzy ball over at this big Grick that he sees coming out of the gloom.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll for fuzz.
Roll for your companion.
Giant hyena.
Oh, fun.
If you're gonna have a red shirt, at least it's a giant hyena.
Mm-hmm. Nicely done.
God damn,
So I dropped that on the map.
Okay.
big hyena.
As a bonus action, I'll say defend us.
Little buddy.
And then my movement will be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to here.
Okay. All right. Is that the end of your turn, sir?
That's my turn.
All right, Rhunar. You can see that
All right.
the you're about 5 feet from the chests that are kind of partially covered by this thick fungal fleshy mass of green webbing. And you watch Byron like run past you as he launches a fuzzy ball towards the Gricks. to your east.
I think it's a good time to leave too. Let's go. And I'm gonna start moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
6, and then I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Very smart. Okay. The Grick Alpha's turn. The Grick Alpha is going to attack the giant hyena as it slithers out. And Tenoch, you're still standing there at this point, getting ready to do what you're going to do. But you see the hyena apparate in front of you, and this giant Grick just slither out and come up and raise up above eye to eye with this giant hyena. And it's much bigger than you've at first thought. And it is going to make some attacks. First with its tail.
Its tail?
Yep, it's going to make a tail attack as this tail comes up and swings towards the hyena. A 13.
Nice.
Does that hit?
Hits.
So 11 bludgeoning damage. And
Couldn't
then
have
one of the
a magical
tentacles
hyena?
is going to reach out and try to grab the hyena as well. I think that's going to hit for 22. And because it hit with the tentacles, it gets an extra beak attack.
Oh, God.
Beaky weaky.
Oh, God.
24
God.
to hit for 16 more damage. That
Kills it.
is, the Grick is going to move.
I mean, that would have fucking murdered me, so that's good. Like, that sucks, but damn.
It moves up, Tenoch. You watch as it slithers past the corpse of the hyena and kind of scatters and skitters up onto the sarcophagus in front of you as if it needed more elevation. You're just looking up at it from your position below. Meanwhile, a regular-sized Grick, which it needs to be up front. Oop. Back. There we go. Is going to slither forward and attack you with his tentacle attack.
This.
Shoot, 19 for 7 slashing.
Yeah.
And because it hit, it gets a beak attack. A 10. I think that misses.
That will miss.
Yeah, you're able to dip out of the way as it... let's see. We've got
Mother's whiskers, that was close.
5, 10. This one comes towards
Just
Rhunar
trying to...
and is going to take a tentacle attack. Sorry, Byron. A tentacle attack at Byron. 17.
Misses.
Okay. Let's see. And... we've got a couple more that start to slither forward.
No.
Music is terrifying.
2, 3. This one is going to swing at you with a tentacle. Tenoch.
A third one. Son of a bitch.
13?
No.
That misses, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We have this one here. They're just coming in from everywhere, basically. Let's just double check to make sure. Okay, that is all of them that are in the nearby vicinity to you. But you do hear slithering and sort of this chattering of beaks from all around you in this chamber, just echoing off the stone walls. Tenoch, it is your turn.
Oh boy. Man, I never wish I was a sorcerer more than right now. 2 spells, baby. It's a powerful choice. Yeah. So I've got All right.
Wait, is it Tenoch's turn or is it Theo's turn?
Oh, you're right. It is Theo's turn. Tenoch, you're on deck.
Cool.
You have a minute to think about it.
Yeah, you have a second. Go ahead.
Theo's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 in behind Byron. Oh, he sees those ones coming down the way, but he doesn't like them, but he's worked with what he's got. Bonus action, he is going to hex the one in front of Byron.
Okay.
Because that spell gets to stay active for 8 hours. Yay! And he is going to send 2 Eldritch Blasts arcing around Byron. He's going to bend bullets, except he's bending blasts. Just around. Pew! Pew!
Blast bender.
He's a blast bender. Now, some people are air benders, some people are fire benders. He's a blast bender.
I've been on a blast bender before. It's intense.
Does a 14 hit?
14. Sorry. My bad. There we go. 14 does hit. Just
8
hits.
points of damage, 5 force and 3 radiant. Here comes the second one. Oh, I'm guessing an 11 doesn't hit.
That one unfortunately does not hit.
It is all I got, Ski.
Okay.
Hey, Kirk, what's the
We have
advantage status?
Theo has 2 advantages, and Tenoch, you have 1 advantage.
Oh, I have 1. So does that count the advantage that Rhunar and Theo received as the stream got started?
Yeah, I got one.
I did not notice the one that Rhunar got. I did notice the one that Theo
Okay.
got. So it's Rhunar also has 1 if you gave 1 to Rhunar as well.
Somebody may have. I'm not sure who that was. But I have an advantage. I like the sound of that. That
Advantages
might
are about to get
change.
more expensive next week.
That might change something. Oh, that's all saving throws. Yeah, man. I guess.
I think the stream is down.
Really?
I think so.
It's playing.
Oh, is
I'm
it?
seeing it.
Oh, maybe it's just my
Yeah.
maybe it's
Don't
just
worry.
my monitoring computer. Go ahead. What are you gonna do, Tenoch?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go big, because the alternative is I can't move fast enough to get away from these things. So I need to create some space, and hopefully that they roll really shitty. Hey, can I spend my advantage to give somebody disadvantage?
No.
Damn it. All right, so I'm gonna cast a level 4 Thunderwave, please.
Okay.
And I have a 15-foot cube. Oh boy. I'm gonna center it on myself and hope I roll really good, and hopefully they roll really bad,
Okay.
because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to get all 3 of them off of me. And I really, oh man, that's maybe. No, I'm not gonna do that. I know Kirk really wants me to. I'm gonna. Can I use it in such a way that it'll get me the big brick and the one that's to my right?
It is a 15-foot cube, is it not? Or is
Yeah.
it 10?
15.
You would be inside of it.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna do all 3 of them. I'm gonna center it on myself.
Okay. That's the
all right,
spirit.
so that would be a Constitution saving throw for everyone, please. I'm gonna use my advantage.
Nice. All right, con save for the big guy. 9er.
That fails.
Nice. Yeah.
Shit, I failed.
Oh no.
I thought that was them.
The Dutch, my dice touched, and then they rolled away from the 17 that was showing.
All right, so con save for the one to your right is going to be that 16, and to
That
your
saves.
south 6.
That fails.
All right, how much
well,
damage are we talking?
So it is 2d8 plus
what type of
a
damage?
d8 or 2d8, 3d8, 4d8, 5d8. So 5d8 thunder damage.
Oh my.
Oh, no, go there. And everybody who failed is pushed. Here's the best part: 10 feet away. So I'm going to push myself backwards.
Okay.
So everyone takes 28 points of damage, unless other than the guy to the right who's saved.
Okay. He takes half damage.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. And if they fail, they get pushed how far? 10 feet?
10 feet.
10. You watch as the Grick Alpha gets blasted and pushed back up against the stone wall. And as you get blown back, you kind of look over and you see the Grick, the smaller Grick to your south, gets pushed back into this webbing and just hangs there limply without moving.
Oh man. I'm gonna hope there's nothing beyond that hole. I'm gonna dive for that hole.
I got bad news for you.
Well, I can't see there, so I'm gonna say, ooh, that hurt. 5. Wait, if I move shit. There's too many Gricks around. So here's a question, Dave.
Sure.
So this space right here is adjacent to that guy, but does that wall break adjacentness to the big guy?
Maybe.
I don't actually know that.
Yeah, you don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Because I'm a halfling and small, I can occupy the same size space as my buddies. So I'm just going to do that.
Nice.
Oh, boy, that hurt a lot.
This is awkward, Tenoch.
I say, ooh. Oh, that didn't feel good.
It got you out of there,
was
though.
feeling good right there.
It did. It did.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was kind of badass.
You look really disheveled, like your hair is blown back, and you're just like,
Yeah.
ugh. All right. Top of the order, Byron.
I'm jacked up.
Good.
All right. I'm gonna have seen Tenoch come skirting out of nowhere. I'm gonna look up at this one that's right next to me. I'm gonna look back at my friends, like think for a second, and then I'm just gonna drive my rapier into the one that's standing right in front of me.
Okay. I like it.
I may have accidentally hit the back button, so now I need to wait for 2 seconds.
Is this the Roll20 suspense algorithm?
No, hit the back button.
This is
13
technical error.
is gonna miss.
I'm gonna skewer past it. As I miss, I'm gonna, as a bonus action, panic for a second, and that's my turn.
Is that the equivalent of eating a Snickers bar?
It's the equivalent of going.
All right, Rhunar.
All right. I'll move one. Sorry. I'll move 1, 2, 3, and attack this Grick in front of Byron.
Okay.
14.
Just hits.
Offhand.
Okay.
Natural
Oh, very nice for 9. Okay. It's looking really rough.
Come on.
2 big slashes. And you've got your extra attack still. Yep, that hits.
Nice.
That is actually all it had left, so that one goes down.
Okay, so let's see. I'm going to use the rest of my movement and go 5, 6 further towards the exit. Keep moving, keep moving.
All right, that brings us to the...
Back to the rope.
Crick. 30. It gets there, and it is going to make an attack at Byron with its tail first. A 19 for 14 bludgeoning.
That hits.
It'll make its tentacle attack. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, Byron.
46 slashing damage.
Byron's down.
Yeah.
And it is going to make a beak attack because it gets to, if it hits with a tentacle attack. So it's going to be an auto crit, correct?
Yes, sir.
I believe so.
So it definitely hits. I think it had advantage maybe too. I don't remember how that works, but I think you have, what is it, 1 failure? Michael and Chad, I know you guys are DMs.
Oh,
so how does
dang.
that work?
I have no idea. Is it
You have 1
2?
left because the
It
crit
auto
is 2
crits
hits.
is 2 failures.
That's what I
Okay.
thought.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right, Byron, 2 failures. That's the end of the of that guy's turn. This one is going to 5, 10, 30.
Oh, where did that guy come from? They're coming out of the woodwork.
Rhunar, you're going to get some attacks here. First, a tentacle attack from the one to the north. 12.
Misses.
And to your southwest. 13.
Misses.
You're able to parry both of the attackers as they come at you. That brings us to Theo. You watch as your companion goes down in front of you.
Do our potions? Do we play them as bonus actions or full round actions?
You
Bonus
can do it. You can do it as a bonus action.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because I have a big healing potion, and Theo's immediate response is to grab it and shove that down Byron's throat.
Nice.
It is a bibbity bobbity boo. Let me check.
Oh, that's some big magic.
It's a
44
greater
plus
healing
4?
potion, so I
Yep.
think it's 44 plus 4.
It is. Nice.
I
Ooh,
got
very
16
nice.
hit points back.
Nice.
For an actual action, oh boy, I don't have a whole lot because I'm out of spells. Yay, Warlock.
You need repulsor blast.
Yeah, I really do. Screw it. The only thing you do is keep going forward. Move over here and attack the Grick next to His Holiness Pope Rhunar IV twice.
Okay.
You're a pope?
I wish.
A cleric
Use
would
an
be
advantage
nice.
here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
27
That
for
hits.
11 and a second
That'll do
attack.
it.
I will hold on to 1 more advantage and not use it this time. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
22 for 18 points of damage.
Yeah, you cut through it with that second slice of your packed weapon, and you cut it down. It just kind of drops to the floor in a loud thud.
Max damage, baby. Whew!
That was beautiful. Wow. Nice roll.
Wow.
And technically I got, so I move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 points of damage to move up here and support the captain.
Nice.
And I'm done.
Thanks for the sub, Scarpy TV.
Give us some advantages, Kyle.
It's your boy. Let the chaos begin.
Tenoch.
Okay. All right. Here we go, boys. First, I will kind of gaze down at my friend Byron, who is now awake, thankfully. It's not very down because I'm so short. And I will look at this large grick, and I will...
Tenoch, you have advantage.
Oh, sweet. I will grit my teeth.
Scarpy.
I will grit my teeth. Thank you, my friend. I will grit my teeth and say towards this grick that I really hope can't understand me. But I will say let's say, what am I going to say? I'm going to say, we've come too far. Our ancestors have done too much to die today. I'll cast Spirit Shroud and summon
Ooh.
any lingering spirits to do my bidding. Hopefully, also angry at these Grick. So I'm just casting that as a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
And that's a bonus action, which is dope.
Yep.
Because now I'm going to cast Ray of Frost, which is hopefully my ace in the hole for this. Now I'm going to use my advantage to cast this spell.
Okay. Tenoch, you cast your spell, and you watch as all of these, from this pile of skeletons to the west over by this basin, you see all of these spirits, almost like a legion of spirits, come racing down the hallway past Theo and Rhunar into the room that you're standing in.
Nice. And I will focus their essence into my ray of frosty touch. A 19
Will hit.
so it's 11 cold damage.
Okay.
And then I have to roll the bad touch damage. Awesome.
So an additional 1, and then it's
An additional 1.
Speed is reduced by 10 feet. Is that correct?
Its speed is reduced by 10 feet, which is
Super
what
nice.
I'm banking on.
Yep.
And I will move 5, 10.
Doesn't Ray of Frost also provide a debuff?
Yeah, that's the movement debuff.
Well, Spirit Shroud also has a movement debuff,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, that's 2. Is that a stacking debuff, Dave?
Yes.
Is that a minus 20? Oh,
It is.
sweet
I
Jesus.
assumed that was what you were going
Sweet
for, buddy.
Jesus. I forgot about that. 5, 10, 15.
Good call, Michael.
15, 20,
There's something to be said for reading the whole description.
25. Yeah, there is. I usually do it. All right. I've survived a little bit further. That's all I got.
Okay. That brings us now to Byron at the top of the order. You just gasped for breath as you open your eyes and kind of you're laying there looking up, and the Grick is kind of frosty in front of you as Tenoch's ray of frost crackles across its skin.
Oh, damn. Byron's gonna, kind of in a panic, reach into the fuzzy balls, kind of like, say like another apology / eulogy / super short in his head. He's gonna just kind of drop it at his feet,
Okay. Rhunar, you have an advantage from Scarpy as well. Thanks,
Got a
Scarpy.
baboon.
Appreciate
Yeah, thank
it.
you.
Baboon. Yeah, Spirit
So I'm gonna
Shroud and
drop
Ray
that
of
right there.
Frost for a getaway scene. Perfect. All right, you got a baboon on the field.
Then, as a bonus action, I'm going to have the baboon attack this thing.
Okay.
And while the baboon's distracting it, I'm going to try and flee.
Okay. Are you going to use your roguiness to do that?
I can't because I have to attack him to use my roguiness.
But don't you get a bonus action to disengage? Oh, you can use your bonus action to disengage as a rogue.
Or I can use my bonus
But
action
he used his
to
bonus
command
action.
the baboon to
Yeah,
attack.
exactly.
Maybe
Can
you
you
don't have
so-
the baboon attack.
You'd
But
have
he
to
can use his action to disengage.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can use your action to disengage.
Correct.
Oh, I haven't used an action. Wait.
You
Fuzzy
used a bonus
ball's
action
my
for
action.
bonus ball, right? For bonus.
Yeah. Fuzzy
Bonus
ball,
ball.
I believe, is an action.
Bonus
is.
ball.
It
You're
is.
gonna need to just run away.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just
so I'm
please
gonna
run away.
flee. I'm just gonna run away, but the baboon's gonna attack first.
Oh.
Okay.
Without any of the extra damage, it rolled a 9
Okay.
It's just
I'm
a
gonna be
9 for
honest.
A
zero.
nine.
for 0
That wasn't
damage.
worth it.
A 9 does not hit.
And then Byron's gonna go 5, 10, 15. Wait, sorry, 5, 10. Sorry, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet.
Can I ask you a
Is your
question?
Is
Byron,
your
are
movement
you...
reduced?
Oh, hold on a sec, Chad.
Go
Byron,
ahead.
are you just running? Or are you trying to stealth away, like try to sneak away while it's distracted?
I'm hoping the baboon's attack was enough to pull the attention away from me that I would be able to sneak away. But it's more of like I'm panicked. I just felt myself basically die. Actually, I think I only get 15 feet because I have to stand back up, don't I?
Yep.
Oh, you are prone.
So I was here 5, 10, 15. So I'm going to move to here. And I'm just, honestly, I'm just hoping the baboon draws enough attention away from me.
All right, give me a second.
While
here.
it's jumping on, I'm going to hope the baboon draws enough attention.
All right, roll a D100 for me.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Yeah,
92.
you get away. It does not take an attack of opportunity at you.
Nice.
Oh.
Cheers, my friend.
You rascal.
Holy moly.
All right, so you sneak away as the baboon gets up in its face. Anything else from you, Byron? I think that's your
As
action,
I'm
your
fleeing,
bonus action.
Yeah. I'll just, as my bonus action's happening, I'll kind of be like, I'm so sorry, baboon.
You played your role. Rhunar.
Okay. I'm going to...
Can I ask a question really quick? Sorry.
You can.
Go ahead.
Is Byron, is your movement decreased?
By 15 feet because I was knocked
He was
down.
prone.
Right, but why were you only moving 25 feet?
Because I couldn't move 30 feet without standing on one of you guys.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'm sorry. Carry on.
I could have stood on you, but I didn't think of that.
Rhunar.
All right. Okay. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 around this grick
Mm-hmm.
and start smacking them with my swords and advantage.
Yeah, that'll hit.
26.
Yep. You slash down at it as it kind of it's kind of looking back between you and Theo. You hit it on the side, cutting into it and dropping its blood on the ground.
26
That
for 7 more.
also hits. Still up. Still hissing.
Okay, come on, baby.
Me, Theo, and Dave all just got another advantage.
Wait, who the gave one to Dave?
What do you think?
Is Pete here?
21 for 11 slashing.
Thanks, Scarpy. 11. Okay, it is still up, but it looks like it's about ready to fall down.
Holy cow.
It's just kind of like twitching on the ground, but it's clacking its beak up at Theo. Anything else, Rhunar?
Hold on. Nope, I'm going to stay right here.
Okay. The Grick Alpha is going to attack the baboon with its tail.
Missed that shit. Ha!
11?
Oh my goodness.
I think that
I'm
misses.
pretty sure that hits.
What?
I think it misses. I think the
There's no
baboon
way
has a 12 armor
baboon
class.
has an 11.
I think
a
it's
12.
11. Is it 12? It is 12.
Yep.
The baboon misses. It misses.
All right, so
So
it
that's
is
one of
going
the
It's on
to-
attacks.
Yep, it's going to attack with its tentacles next.
Come on, come on.
A 13 hits, and it
That
just
slaughters it.
grips it, squeezes the baboon. The baboon's head just pops off as it pulls the baboon close to its mouth and just gobbles it in one bite.
Oh my god.
Delicious, delicious baboon.
And it is going to move forward right here. It's going to
No,
get up
its
next to
movement
Byron.
Its
has so
movement
much
wasn't
movement.
stopped.
It's negative 20.
It's negative 20, so it was right here. 5, 10. Right there. Doesn't quite make it to
Nice.
Byron. Let's see. Are there
That's
any?
exactly what I was hoping for.
Oh, thank God.
Let me look here at this.
I mean, Tenoch.
This is D&D. Wizards are basically
5,
gods.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, that wasn't an X'd out guy.
No.
There's another one.
Yeah, you guys have already seen that one before. And then the one that's in between Theo and Rhunar is actually going to attack Rhunar because you just smacked at it pretty hard, so it's going to hit you with a tentacle attack. Or try at least. 19.
Yep.
So 7 slashing. And
As a
then-
reaction, I'd love to attack it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
That's a smart move.
Use advantage.
Ooh,
Yes.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You cut through it, and the top half of it goes flying across the room to the northwest, and actually smashes into the Grick up above it. Not doing any damage, but it gets hit by its Grick buddy, and it is dead. It did not get its second attack. The other one did its movement, so that brings us to Theo.
Raw Grick on Grick action.
Oof. Okay, bonus action, move the hex to this Grick. Grickety Grack.
Okay.
And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Go as far as I can while maintaining contact, 'cause I don't like those attacks of opportunity. And we're going to hit it with a sword!
Nice. That's gonna
Does a
hit.
14 hit?
Yes, it does.
That's
Just
14
hits.
for 18, and second attack coming through.
You don't even need to make the second attack. That depletes the rest of its hit points as you cut that one down as well, and it lays next to its companion.
Sweet Jesus.
Marines, we are leaving! And that is all I've got.
Okay. Tenoch.
All right. I will again focus the fury of of these spirits and send another empowered, although it won't actually be empowered because it's too far away, Ray of Frost at the Alpha. Not with advantage this time, sadly. But
Nice.
it's okay, because a 24, I sure hope hits.
24 hits.
And 10 points of cold damage, and minus 10 to its movement.
How long does that
And I
minus
will-
10 last for?
Till my turn.
Got
again.
it. Okay.
So one full roundabout.
Okay.
And I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to stand huffing and puffing next to my friend Theo.
Okay. Byron.
All right. Byron's just going to flee. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Weird. And then dash another 5, 10, 15 feet. He's going to grab onto the rope that's hanging down.
Just as a point of clarification, the rope is right here.
Oh, shiza.
Scheiße.
I had it towards the rope, so I'm in the wrong direction. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll stop here. I'll grab the rope. I'll pull it taut. And I'll say, hurry up and climb it. And I'll stay at the bottom, but I'll hold it tight so that it's easier to climb for everyone. It's not waving around it on them.
I will say that is the help action because you didn't take an action, correct?
I dashed.
Oh, you did dash. Okay.
Yep.
Don't you have a bonus action? Yeah, you have a bonus action to dash.
Cunning action, you can dash as a bonus action.
Yep. So I'll bonus action dash. My
Yep.
action will be to help people up the rope.
Nice.
All right, so you guys will have an advantage when you roll to climb up the rope. All right, cool. Rhunar.
Okay. Runar's gonna step around, put one of his scimitars under his arm, and pull out a short hand axe
Mm-hmm.
and throw it at the big grick.
Okay.
I'm going to use one of my advantages.
Nice. I don't know why I just rolled initiative.
Stop that.
You did it again.
Yeah. No, actually, I did not. I didn't do anything.
You stop that. All right.
I don't know what that's for, guys. I promise.
Okay, here we go. With advantage, hand axe attack.
Right in that big grit beak.
Come on.
You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. Press the button.
Oh, fuck.
Nope.
Oh, God,
14?
why?
It misses.
Rhunar can't fight bosses. Rhunar can't fight bosses.
All right, I will use my extra attack, grab my other hand axe that is also in my belt,
Mm-hmm.
and try it again.
Okay.
Come on.
This time you don't have advantage, though, correct? Or do you have one in?
I still have one
In reserve.
advantage left
You're gonna use it?
from the chat. Yeah, I'm going to use the second one. It's about that time right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh,
21 for
that'll
slashing.
hit. Yep.
That's something.
Okay,
That's
I'm
something.
going to expend a superiority dice to make that a menacing attack.
Okay.
Oh, dirty dog. You dirty dog.
Just scream at it. You will not go any further. And he must make a wisdom saving throw, and I get to add that dice to my damage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it. What's the DC for the save? Nope.
16.
He fails.
Okay.
It is frightened of you.
He is now frightened of me. until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the rest of my movement to... 1, 2...
That was pretty key. Nicely done. Anything else, Rhunar? Oh. Hold on a second. We lost everybody.
He's there. Yeah, he's in it. You can see him, but
I can see Kirk, but I can't see
there you
anybody
are.
else.
You there, buddy?
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, except I don't see
And
anybody
we're
but
back.
Kirk. Man, OBS is
It's
really,
weird.
really weird right now.
That's okay. We don't see you at all in video.
Really?
he's back, and I can see him now on video.
Yep, I see
There he is.
everything.
Twitch is back too.
Yeah, that was
Ooh.
weird. So OBS
Wow.
disconnected
Wow.
completely. I think the stream continued. I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah, the stream's back. The stream's back.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Anyways, I was
Okay.
saying, Rhunar, that was a key move. Very, very nice. Is that the end of your turn? You've done your movement. You're close to the. Yeah, you're not quite to the rope.
Oh man.
That was
All
my
right.
action, my extra attack, and my full movement.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm done.
All right. Brings us to the Gricks. So we've got the Alpha Grick is going to move away from you guys back into the darkness. But you do hear, and I don't know if you guys can see it or not. You hear this continued slithering, which really hasn't ended since you guys sort of woke up this Alpha Grick. And there are more Gricks coming out of the walls around you. For example, there are some right here that are going to move.
Why is it always snakes? I hate snakes.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Whoa, buddy. Whoa, slow your roll. That's close enough.
They are slithering towards you. That is their action. Theo, it is your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20. Shimmy up the goddamn rope.
Roll an athletics or acrobatics to climb with advantage because you're being helped.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You're-
5.
You scramble about as fast as you possibly can up the rope, and Byron, you look up, you're pretty impressed as he just up and
That's
gone.
that is a good number of 20s you have rolled tonight, my friend.
No kidding.
Any
That is
number
awesome.
of 20s is a good number of 20s, and I will take it.
That's true. Oh god. the
Once
torch is
Theo's at
gone.
the top, is there anything at the top waiting for Theo? First question.
Roll a perception check.
Nine.
You see a bunch of dead skeletal corpses laying about. You don't see any movement. I put you on the other map, by the way.
Good. That's great. Okay. Yeah. That's. Just move out of the way so other people can hop up.
Okay. Tenoch.
So I can see this Grick here on the other side of this wall.
Yes, I believe
Is
you
that
can. Yep.
Because that's a wall, right? Because I can
there's
see
a
him a
hole.
little bit.
There's a hole in the
but there's
wall
a
there.
hole. Okay. Yeah, I'm going up to rope. I will move 5, 10, and climb the rope.
All right, give me an athletics roll with advantage, please.
Athletics is my jam.
Oh yeah, yeah. You quickly scramble up as well and find yourself next to Theo.
And how much of my
is-
movement does that use?
All of it.
Okay.
Yep.
And I can see that it is in fact dark. I can't see a sheet.
It is dark there.
I am going to. That's not useful at all. I will. I'll take the. I'm just gonna kind of like on all fours, take the dash action, and kind of scramble forward maybe 10 feet if I can, just straight to my right.
Okay. As you do that, you start to see a little bit of light shining through the entrance above, and it sort of illuminates. There's a ladder in the corner of this room that you can kind of see from where you are. Maybe. Well, now it's actually around the corner from where you are, so you don't really, you can't really see it. But there is a light beam that you did see. You don't see the ladder.
Maybe somewhere in this direction.
From behind you, Theo's going to say 10 feet to your left. 10 feet to your left.
Over in that direction. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he can see that Tenoch's about to run into a wall.
Yeah,
fair.
You can see. Anything else, Tenoch?
I'll crawl 5 more feet that way.
Okay.
I'll follow my friend's direction. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, Byron.
All right, Byron, not wanting to be up the rope before Rhunar gets up the rope, is going to use a bonus action, take another step back, pull the rope even more taut, throw the torch from his hand.
Okay.
I've been carrying the torch. I don't know how I've been holding it. Away from him, and try and bonus action hide, so he can use his action to continue to help people up the rope.
All right, roll a stealth check for me. Yeah,
21.
You've got a great hiding spot right there in the rubble. All right, you're going to use your action to help. That brings us to Rhunar. Rhunar, these creatures are starting to slither in from all directions again, kind of closing your retreat. What would you like to do?
I'm going to go for the rope.
All right.
We'll pull you up from up top, and I'm going to start climbing the rope.
All right, roll an athletics check with advantage, please.
Okay.
Nice.
24.
Yeah, you
Nice.
make it up as well, and you find yourself standing next to Theo. I'm assuming you have your fish helmet on, so you can see a little bit of in the darkness there.
Now, does that count as my action?
No, that was basically all of your movement. So you still have an action.
I'd like to use my action to help Byron up the rope.
Very nice. All right, that brings us to the Grix. The Grick Alpha is now going to try to slither forward. 10, 30. It's going to use its dash action, or its action to dash.
I can't see anything down there anymore.
Byron, you do see it coming in your direction. It doesn't seem like it's noticed you yet. The other Grix... 30. Let's just roll a perception. What was your...
21.
Yeah. Okay. Doesn't seem to see you.
Nice.
roll one more time. They do not see you, Byron, but they are all over in front of you, like trying to find out what happened. Not alert enough or knowledgeable enough to know that there's a rope and that everybody scampered up, or that you're hiding in the rubble next to them.
All right.
That brings us to Theo. Jesus, guys. Talk about cutting it close.
Theo is going to twist his hand, and there's a pulse of magic that's more felt than seen. And a small illusion begins to create itself at the base, kind of near the base of the rope. It looks like a copper bowl, but a big one, more like a copper, brazier, about 5 feet across and about 5 feet high, that just kind of randomly appears. And what I am doing here, or trying to do with it, is I'm trying to block the line of sight so that when inevitably our friend Byron has to make a jump or run for it, they can't see what's happening above them because there's a copper brazier there. It's kind of weird. And they will get disadvantaged to attack him.
Nice.
So I'm trying to provide him cover.
Okay.
Nice.
I like it.
Concealment. You're trying to provide him concealment.
Yes.
And I like it.
All right.
And that
Tenoch.
is it just kind of holding there and waiting?
Okay, Tenoch.
I am going to attempt to move kind of in that direction that Theo has told me is around. So I'll move forward here. Can I move to my right? Am I able to see anything yet? Do I see this ray of light?
You can see a bit of light from up above.
Okay. I'll just kind of maybe move over and feel around for this ladder that we came down.
Sure. Roll a perception check. Let me get this guy out of the way.
Perception. Do you want me to roll a disadvantage?
Yes. Thank you. You start touching the walls,
6.
which are wet with condensation and the dripping of the Gloomhaven glades above this temple, but you do not find the ladder. You do see distinctly a spot of light, a beam, if you will, that kind of illuminates a little bit of the floor in front of you. So you find a little patch of light coming from that area.
Okay.
Anything else?
I will... No. I will take the dodge action.
Okay. Byron.
All right.
These creatures are slithering around
Yeah,
on the
they're all
floor in
in front of
front of you. One of them is right in front of you. Above you, or like kind of in front of you as well, is this illusory brazier that has been created by your companion. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna grab the rope.
I think you've already got the rope in your hand.
Oh yeah, I've got the rope in my hand.
It.
Actually,
Yep.
yeah, I've been holding it taut. I'm just gonna start hand over fist climbing up that thing as fast as I can.
All right.
Rhunar going to be pulling him up at the same time.
Got it. Roll an
As soon as you feel
athletics
it.
check with advantage. And I am going to also get an attack of opportunity at you at disadvantage.
Nice.
Oh,
17.
God. I was on pins and
Athletics.
needles as I saw that one. All right, a disadvantage attack on you. Oh, shit. A 20
That
for
hits.
7 piercing. And because it hit... nope, that was a beak attack. You take 7 piercing damage as you scramble away, and you just hear the clitter clatter of beaks and the others start to swarm in, and as you pull yourself up, Rhunar reaching his hand out to grab your arm and pull you. You and Rhunar both look down, and you see that the Gricks, all of them are at the bottom, just like trying to get you. As you pull your feet up, the large Grick comes up and just misses you as you get yourself up into the chamber above.
Oh man,
Breathing heavy.
Let's go. Keep moving.
Yep, let's get out of here.
Pull the pin, toss it down.
Yep, I got some alchemist fire.
Byron, you got more movement. Oh, yeah. Hey.
I will save you guys. I will save you guys the effort. We are now out of turn order. You guys scramble your way to the ladder and make your way out of the tomb, out of the Pinyara ruins, climbing as fast as you can up this rickety ladder, getting up into the sunlight and kind of collapsing on the ziggurat stairs, the stone above, the warm sun beating down, birds calling in the jungle. It appears as just everything is calm and serene above. As you know, below it's chaos and death, and you guys have survived the Pinyara ruins. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in about 13 minutes or so. I can't believe it, guys, but you survived again, and I'm proud of you. So congratulations. We'll be back in just a little bit, folks. See you in a minute after we recover from that. Hey everybody, we are back. It's the good buddies. We're playing Beyond Saltmarsh. I think, guys, I mean, honestly, I think we just narrowly survived a TPK, potentially. That was really ridiculous. And
that was harrowing. It was harrowing.
Yeah, I mean, I was sweating bullets, and I'm the DM. You guys have scrambled your way out of the Pinyara ruins. You have emerged on the top of this crumbling ziggurat in the middle of the Gloomhaven Glades that you had found during a expedition to track down some beast that you've been following since you were in Cyber. It is midday. The hot sun is shining. The birds are singing. It is humid. Bugs buzz about. You lay wounded, weary, out of breath. Some of you feeling rather sickly, drained, if you will, of a bit of your life essence. What would you guys like to do?
You guys look like shit.
That's an understatement.
Yeah,
I don't feel right.
No, I am pretty sure we are cursed of some variety.
I
And
saw
you know,
those slug things
Theo,
go into you.
Theo kind of pulls off his gauntlet, and I imagine on his hand there's just small, almost leprosy-like lesions or something already.
Oh yeah, there's you pull off your gauntlets and you see that there are boiling, like bubbling wounds that are kind of, some of them are almost cracking open, and you can see that it's
Oh.
almost as if something has sort of tunneled underneath your skin. It's like your veins are distended, but not in areas where you would normally see veins. You know, it's like on the top of your bicep and your arm, your forearm, rather than like underneath where you can see the veins usually.
We either we either find the druid, or I'm pretty sure me and Rhunar don't make it out of this jungle. So
I could try cutting them out of you.
I think that's a very bad plan right now.
He is a doctor. Or
I
is
don't
he?
need a doctor. I need
He's
a
a
priest.
foot doctor.
Byron,
No,
did you,
I'm not.
He's a podiatrist.
The big reveal, guys.
No.
He's not a doctor. Sorry.
I'm not a doctor. We know
Byron.
this, of the
Byron.
need at least.
didn't we get some potion?
I don't have anything that can help with something like that. I got an
I-
antitoxin.
I
got,
already drank a potion, Rhunar. It did not help me.
I don't think it's gonna help at all.
I've got some healers kits.
I got some shrooms from a being of another dimension.
We do have some questionable mushrooms.
Are we back at the campsite now?
No, you are
Let's make
collapsed atop the ziggurat.
Yeah.
Should
Let's get back to camp.
Rhunar, Theo, maybe you should chill here. Tenoch, do you want to go get Danvarius? Maybe he has something. Maybe he's seen something like this before.
Either way, we need to get to the camp. So I'm gonna
Oh,
come
yeah, I
on, and
suppose.
just pushes himself up and tries to help Rhunar up.
All right. I'll just,
Does any-
you know
does
what? I'll just
anybody have any
throw Theo into a fireman's carry, and I'll start carrying him to camp.
I was
And
worried
I'll
you were
look
gonna
over at-
throw me in a fire.
I'll look at Tenoch
Rhunar can
and be
still
like,
walk.
"Can you handle Rhunar?"
Rhunar can still walk.
Does anybody have any more of those potions?
Yes.
No, my
Of
last one
healing?
went into Byron.
Tenoch,
I have 3 small healing potions left.
he's got more than I do. I have one minor.
I'll take
Do you
whatever.
need one?
Sure,
I'll give you
please.
2. I'll just give you 2 right now.
What
Theo,
are
You know,
they?
if you just
I have a
If we
question
take-
for you, Theo. Point of clarification. When you guys were down inside and you attempted to heal yourself last session, was that a potion that you drank? It was. So you would know. Well, maybe Rhunar doesn't know this yet, but you would know, Theo, that when you did that, you felt no effect.
Yeah, Theo just told Rhunar that.
Got
It's
it,
like
okay.
the potion's not going to help.
What are these potions, Byron?
They're, I believe, 2d4 plus 2
Okay.
standard health potions.
I'm gonna drink one and gain seven life back. That puts me at a number that is
You know, if we just take a
third.
breather, I can heal your wounds, right?
yeah. Well, we need to get some distance in case those things come out.
I mean, I'm going to be sitting in a boat, not able to do much.
Well, we need to. I mean, from here we need to move.
Yes.
So yeah, let's move.
Yep, back to camp.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, so I'm gonna fireman carry Theo at least.
Okay. It takes you some
I'm not-
time. It's difficult going. The jungle, of course, attempts to block you at every step as you scramble down the side of this ziggurat. The sun beating down on you, sweat starting to pour down your faces and soaking your bodies beneath your armor and your clothing. You do make it back to camp, however, through the jungle, the short jaunt. You remember the way, and as you emerge from the jungle into the campsite, you see something peculiar. You see Danverius sitting at a campfire, it crackling. He appears to be throwing some sticks into it as he sits on one side of the campfire. And on the other side of the campfire, you see this large creature, toad-like in appearance, a creature that you've met before in the jungle, Molocht. And they both look up at you as you emerge, looking terrible. And Danverius stands up and says, "Crikey, mates! What the hell happened to you?"
Big snakes.
You ever run into a mummy?
Mummy? Ah, miss me mummy. But no!
No, this is the bad kind of mummy. Don't accept hugs from a mummy. That's what I'll say.
You hear Molocht kind of give you a greeting in some strange language that you don't know. And he gets up a little bit and kind of stands there looking at you quizzically, his big eyes blinking individual of each other.
Hello, how are you?
You look terrible.
Mummy, tentacle things. Bad day.
Well, fellas, come and sit down, fellas. Come on. And Danverius kind of comes over and he takes Theo from you, Byron, and kind of helps you to the fire where you sit down next to the fire. And he's got some sort of a warm tea that he's been brewing, and he's got fresh water that he hands you some fresh water. There's a bucket there, and Molocht sits back down and just kind of, you can hear him sort of mumbling to himself, not really speaking anything, but just kind of talking in some strange language.
You know, I'll sit next to Molocht, and I'll reach into my pouch and I'll pull out one of those bottles that I collected of mushrooms that he left behind.
Mm.
And I'll like kind of look down, kind of look over at him and be like, "You left these behind, dude." And I'll hand him the jar of mushrooms.
He looks over at you, and he grabs the jar and he looks at it and says, "Yeah, I misplaced these. Thank you. Have you used them?"
I don't know what they do. I just collected them. They looked important. I thought maybe you needed them back.
He speaks common but not very well, and he describes these mushroom, these fungal spores as chaos spores. And he talks to you a little bit, and he takes them out. They're in a jar. Is that correct? You have them in a jar of some kind?
I have 3 jars of them. I only gave him one of the jars that I have.
This may be used to help your friends. Give me a minute. And he takes all 3 jars from you, and he kind of holds them close to himself, and you can hear him kind of almost as if you get the sense like he's almost cradling like something precious, like maybe you've seen a woman cradle a child, for example, and he kind of looks at them lovingly, and he sits down and he barks some orders that you can barely understand to Danverius, and Danverius puts a pot of water on the fire and starts boiling water. He turns to you, Tenoch, and he asks you if you can find a couple of items from the jungle that you're very well aware of. There's a root that he asks for, the Zando root, and then a couple of flowers. They're large flowers, almost like a oversized iris. And you've seen them in the area. They're definitely in season.
Awesome. I'll go look for them.
Go alive.
Okay, so you and Byron and Tenoch start to search the nearby area. Go ahead and roll a perception check. And you can do it with advantage because you're being helped.
Perception. Would my wanderer ability help this at all?
Tell us about your wanderer ability.
So it's from my background as an Outlander. You have excellent memory for maps and geography, and you can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, other features around you. In addition, you can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people for a day, provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth.
It's not an auto, but the DC is lower than it normally would be.
Sweet.
So
That's good, since my perception sucks.
what did you roll?
Let's see. A natural 20,
Which gives him a total of 20.
which is in fact a total of 20.
Nice. Critical moment to roll decent. And you rolled exceptionally. Yeah, you quickly find the items that he asked for and bring them back. And he raises a reptilian eyebrow to you. Very good. He takes them from you. And he throws them into the pot of boiling water, and he takes the chaos spores. He takes a handful of them, and he crushes them in his hand, and it's kind of like a paste in his hand. You know, they're wet from being in the jar. They maybe a little bit of rot, perhaps. And he squeezes them, and you can almost see like a juice start to drip out of them. And then he drops them in, and they start to bubble, and you can see this froth, this green froth, start to almost boil over in this pot as you're watching. And he stirs it with a stick, and then he pulls the stick out, and he puts the stick in his mouth and pulls all the juice off of it, and he smiles in his strange reptilian way, and he continues stirring. And Danverius is just kind of standing there pacing around, and he's asking you questions. Tell me, Deg, do we need to be alert? Is there anything coming for us?
I don't think those things can get out of the temple. They didn't pursue us up from the lower levels.
Did you find what you were looking for?
We found some things, but we didn't make it very far before we ran into a lot of trouble.
We removed the desecration on the temple. That is a lot. Oh.
That is a lot.
Or did you guys forget that?
I didn't. I just, I feel like
A
I feel
wreath?
horrible right now.
You burned a little wreath, dude.
Yeah, magic is weird like that, man.
It really is.
It just doesn't. You know what? I try to understand it every time I try. I have a book here, and I'll take out my book of learning. It just nowhere. It's not in this book that wreaths are dangerous.
Oh man.
You
Byron,
should probably
roll
talk to the pub-
quickly roll an intelligence check for me. Let's make it an Arcana check.
I wish my character was a PE teacher. There's more to magic than what can be found in books. Throws it in the fire.
A 19.
Nice.
A 19. So as you're saying this, you're like, you hold the book up. You're like, there's nothing in this book about this at all. And the rest of you guys look at the book, and it's literally about the like desecration wreaths. You're like, see, there's nothing in here. And you're like, dude. And you look at it, you're like, oh shit.
I haven't finished it yet.
This is
Holy shit! This is really interesting.
It's the Time Life.
Um,
It's from the Time Life series on magic, and this
Pretty much.
happens to be the volume on desecration.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna start reading.
Okay. You read, Deg and Theo. You are slumped at the fire, basically waiting to see what happens. And Malak is working some sort of a potion or elixir or some sort of a herbal remedy that he knows of with his chaos spores thrown into the mix. And he finally pulls this beaten, dented pot off the fire and sets it down next to him. And he looks over at you, Theo, and he puts a big 3-fingered hand on your shoulder and just pats you on the shoulder and says, "You'll be fine. You'll make it, I think." And he kind of gives you a little bit of his own way of reassurance.
Okay. All right.
Theo, roll a d20 for me. And Rhunar, you roll a d20 as well, please.
5.
17.
All right. As the broth starts to settle, and the froth on top of it starts to sort of, the bubbles dissipate, and it sort of settles down, you can see that it's this pale green colored liquid, viscous, thick, but pale green. And what did you roll, Rhunar? A 19?
17.
17?
17. Yeah.
You look down, and there is just steam continues, even though it's not boiling anymore. Steam continues to just emanate from this potion, and it too is green. Give me a D10, Theo.
Six.
Yeah, it's like this. It's almost like there's this oil sheen on the top of it that sort of glistens as the sunlight hits it. There's still steam coming off of it continuously, which doesn't make any sense to you. And this viscous sort of essence of it is there, but on top, as it settles, there's almost like an oil slick on top of it. And Rhunar, I need a D100, please.
63.
Okay. You, this is something that only you, Rhunar, would pick up on. And it would just take sort of like this attuned sense of smell. But you pick up this essence of wet goblin.
What? Is there... Where are we right?
It's good.
What's that smell?
Is that goblin?
I think it is. I
You
haven't
watch-
smelled that in years.
Malak puts his pinky in there and pulls it out, and it's just this thick, oily liquid that the drop hangs for a minute and then drips back into it, and he takes it. I need one more D100 roll from Theo.
Oh man. This is like the best table roll of all time.
33. At least it matches.
Okay, so he pours it into a couple of mugs that you guys have in your kits and hands them, one to you, Theo, one to Rhunar, and he takes one for himself. Good luck. And he looks at it, and he and slams it down in front of him, and then he goes,
Walk it down the hatch.
Cheers. Chug it.
This is the weirdest part of the whole thing. As you drink this down, it has this very familiar and actually pleasant taste momentarily of bacon. And then it fades to a very vegetative green flavor as it hangs on your palate. This thick, it's almost hard to swallow. And you swallow it down. And you kind of look at each other. You look back at Malak, and he's just kind of in his strange grin with his eyebrows just like, "Arr." He's like, he just smiles at you and nods. And he kind of turns to the rest of you and nods.
All right. Okay.
And then he goes back to just talking to himself, and sort of his eyes kind of look around in different directions and then kind of look back down at the fire. And you guys at this point
Do you feel any better?
You do. You feel as though a weight has been lifted from you, and you look down and you can see that the boils in the rash that you had on your arms and exposed skin is still there, but it seems to be like fading and almost getting kind of crusty and dry, almost like some sort of like an eczema that kind of comes over your arms, and but it doesn't hurt anymore.
So,
There.
what
Yes.
did, what did that taste like? What did that taste like, guys?
Bacon. Tasted like bacon.
Oh, I
Bacon
love
and-
bacon.
and grass at the same time.
Oh, God,
Like-
it looks disgusting. Oh,
Just leaves.
Yeah, it's just free range pork, baby.
What? So what just happened?
Well, I think he cured you, fellas.
shut up, Dan Various.
Hey,
Well,
hey.
Sorry.
Hey.
Sorry,
Sorry.
Byron.
yeah,
Hey,
Mellock. Excuse me, Mellock. Do you have maybe a special drink for Byron? Something you could whip up for him, perhaps?
No. Oh, I don't want anything. Thank you. No, I can't. I couldn't do it.
And then you guys spend the rest of the day sort of resting and recouping, and Danverius goes out at some point and shoots a couple of small rodents that he brings back to cook on the fire. He does a really good job at this point of like making sure there's plenty of water for you guys. Rhunar and Theo, I would like you both to roll a Constitution save.
Okay. One thing I forgot is that my ring gives me a +1
Nice.
to all saves.
Freaking 8.
Okay.
It was a con save.
Yes, sir. Theo, you at some point in the afternoon you start to retch and you vomit, and you puke up this black ichor. And
I was actually hoping that would happen.
Yeah, you spit it out onto the ground, maybe off to the side. You kind of stumble over to the edge of the jungle and start kind of vomiting this black sludge. What'd you roll, Rhunar?
13.
Yeah, same thing happens to you, but a little bit later in the afternoon. And the beauty of your getting sick, Rhunar, is that you kind of anticipate it because you saw it happen to Theo, so you're kind of like sweating, just anxious that it's going to happen.
Oh God. All right.
That was
So good.
Oh god, that tastes.
Just sweaty.
It tastes like mummy. Oh, it tastes like mummy. Hold on. Like pulls out the water, does prestidigitation to make it taste like anything else. Nope, still tastes like mummy. Oh,
Turns out
So-
mummy rot is one thing cucumber water can't cure.
I know, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, for all intents and purposes, you have been cured of the mummy rot
Oh my God.
by the
All right.
power of the chaos spores that Malak left behind.
For all intents and purposes, you're not actually cured, but for intents and purposes, you are cured.
All right.
No one's ever fully cured.
Runar's just gonna
Right.
rest. Can we take a long rest here?
Malak?
Yes.
I need. I owe you. Do you like candy?
Yes, of course.
Okay, well, here's 3 pounds of candy.
He puts out this huge hand, and you drop it into his hand.
Bag.
He looks at you,
Candy.
and you watch him as he opens the bag and takes out a big handful, like half of the sack of candy. And he's just chewing on it, and it's crunching in his maw. And you guys, the interesting thing about Malak is that you get the sense that he doesn't know who you are. Because he starts asking you like some questions that he asked you the first time you met him.
Oh, like he doesn't remember?
He doesn't remember you.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan Virus is like, yeah, talked to him for about an hour, and he has no clue who we are. Weird. It's real weird.
Well, he sure helped us out today.
That's
Super
probably a
So
great,
we
that's a great
owe
thing.
him our
That is
lives.
amazing.
Just gave him his own mushrooms, and he doesn't know who we are.
I gave him candy.
A sugar high.
You know what else you need, Malak? You need this. And Theo pulls out the wizard hat. It just
His
kinda
eyes-
cleans it,
Right on you. Right on the hat.
just kind of like just knock the creases out of it, and yes,
And it sits on his hat like almost a yarmulke.
there, a man of A man of your stature needs a hat to denote the fact
That
that you're
looks good.
powerful medicine.
It actually does. He looks actually really good.
Rhunar just started retching up his ichor.
Byron, roll a deception check.
I wasn't trying to be deceptive. I was into it.
Yeah, but he doesn't look good.
Oh, really?
He looks goofy.
I think he
Listen,
looks good.
I'm from the jungle. And I think he looks good.
What'd you roll?
God damn, a natural 20.
20 for a 22.
He believes you, even if you don't. You were maybe deceiving yourself. Who knows? But he certainly thinks that he looks good, and he thanks you. And as the night begins to fall on your campsite, he gets up and kind of shakes himself off, and he gathers up the chaos spores that you gave him and puts the rest of the ones he didn't use back in his pocket. And he bows. Safe travels, then. And if there's anything else that you guys want to ask him or anything, this would be the time to do it. Otherwise, he's going to kind of shamble off into the woods.
Malakt. We're seeking this great druid. Do you know the way?
Great druid. Andama. The way is
Andama Lucy.
secret. The way is hidden. You must seek using other means to find the grove. Yes, I do not know and I cannot tell you.
All right.
You've done plenty.
He looks. Oh, at that point, he kind of looks at the four of you, and Dan Virius as well. But when he looks at Tenoch, he kind of points and says,
He knows the way.
and with that, he kind
He's
of
showing me.
pulls he has a sack that he hangs over his shoulder, maybe on a stick, with a little sack at the end, hobo style, and he waddles off into the jungle and disappears.
Be safe, Malakt.
That guy's awesome.
What the fuck?
Oh,
It just looks just like that was. I don't.
Yeah.
What day is it? How long were we gone? How long?
Yeah, fellas, it's been a
You're
short
just like
day.
covered in sick. Runar's been vomiting on himself for like 3 hours.
How long have we been on the river? Has it been 5 days yet?
Oh yeah, fellas, it's been 6 days now.
Tenoch, we need to
Supplies
send-
are dwindling.
can you send a message to the boat?
Yeah.
We told them we'd only be gone for a little while.
Has it really been 6 days?
I think when we left, we told them maybe a week.
Yeah, I can send him a
I
message.
think we did.
We need to send them a message to tell them to hang tight, that we're still alive, we're coming back, and to keep things operating as normal.
Tell them we have a bunch of riches that we don't have, just to keep them in line.
Send it to Fritz.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got a couple of things I'd like to do. That's one of them, but I have another thing I want to do.
Crying? Can I cry? Is that a
Can
free
I
action?
just,
It's a free
Runar's just
action.
going back to bed.
Mhm.
I was thinking about doing this earlier, but I think like maybe now, like as the day kind of winds down, might be a better idea. But I think first I'm gonna do. I'll use. Oh boy. I'll have taken a short rest at some point during the day. And regained a third level spell slot with Arcane Recovery.
Okay.
And I will use a third level spell slot to cast Sending, which allows me to send a 25-word message to a creature with which I am familiar. So I'll find a leaf and I will fold it into like a bird and I will whisper into it. I will tell it to find Fitz, and I will tell it that the captain has vomited, but we're safe. Hold fast.
Couple minutes
And that-
pass, and in your mind's eye, you hear a voice. It is not the voice of Fitz, but the voice of Fritz. And Fritz says,
Damn it.
"Yeah, Tenoch, yeah, read you loud and clear. Yep, we'll hold. Waiting for you. Captain, okay? Hope so."
You can reply to this message. And the other thing I would like to do is maybe have used my wanderer ability or a survival roll or whatever to have maybe not killed, but or captured in some way, maybe through snares or something like perhaps like a rabbit or a small prey animal, and that's still alive, so that I may offer it as a sacrifice. I will find perhaps a thicket towards the end of the day, as the glooming period is coming into time. Perhaps the one could consider the time when a tiger would find itself easily hidden in the shadows, and I will offer this beast as a sacrifice to Mother Tiger for her protection this day, and offer my thanks for our continued survival.
Very well. Yeah, you're able to find the beast you need to conduct this ritual of thanks. Is there a mechanical benefit to it, or is it simply like
No,
an
just
honoring
a
and
thing.
thanking? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So easy enough. You're able to do that, and roll an Arcana check.
Sure. Yeah, 11.
You're successful with the ritual, and you are surprised at a wash of a sense of relief that comes over you, whether it's supernatural or whether it's just it's kind of dawning on you that you have survived, and you're sort of acknowledging that fact through the ritual. You feel a major sense of relief, and it feels really good because the last however many hours have been extremely stressful. Yep. Between the fight with the Angel of Decay the night previous to this morning, when you and your team decided to go spelunking into a cursed temple / tomb of Ikothor, and a tomb built in honor of the Ulman god of death. You have survived, and you give thanks, and you feel relief.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody else have anything they want to do throughout the day, the afternoon, or the evening?
Theo is at some point going to use Eldritch Sight to see if that bracelet that they took out of the tomb is magical.
Oh,
Okay.
Or the spear.
I need to do some wizard stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can.
So you're gonna look upon these items to see if they are magical. You look upon the bracelet first, and the bracelet does not appear magical. It appears extremely valuable. There are beautiful gems on it as you hold it in your hands and look it over. Amazingly colored gems that have been cut, some of the finest cuts you've ever seen. And there are they look really valuable. The spear is absolutely magical. It is
Okay, well,
absolutely magical. Yep. And you can see that it is the kind of it is the kind of weapon that you would need to attune to use.
Gentlemen, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is it's a magic spear. Hooray! Sets that down. The bad news is this is just worth a lot of money, which means whatever was actually in that sarcophagus that was ensorcelled, we did not get out.
Oh damn!
Money
Give me
is a
that.
kind of
How'd you get
magic.
that out of my bag? I'm usually pretty good about this stuff.
Question my
How'd you
wizardly
get that?
ways.
Damn, I'm impressed.
You were
I'm
distracted
very
when Rhunar
impressed.
was vomiting for 3 hours.
No, this chapter, and I'm gonna hold the book back up and point at the weird and sorceral desecration symbol and be like,
There's like
"This is some of
diagrams.
the most interesting shit I've ever read in my life."
And
I'm
Theo
just gonna
kinda
sit
leans
back
over
down
and
keep
goes,
reading.
Yes, it is. Oh shit. Yeah, I read this book when I was a kid. I didn't understand it either.
Byron doesn't hear that; he's too busy reading.
The spear, as you look upon it, Theo, and the others who are watching him study it, it is stained with blood. There are numerous leather and fabric wrappings around both ends, and it is sharp on both ends. And there are some beads that are tied to it. It looks almost ceremonial in its construction, but definitely a useful tool as well. It looks as though it's seen many, many lives fall before it.
I can divine its intentions. And if no one stops me, I will cast Identify as a
Okay.
ritual
Yes, we need to know more about it.
to much drumming and incense.
All right, I like it. Drumming,
Some
incense, the whole works.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. All right. So you take a look at this thing and you start to understand what it is. This is none other than the blood spear of Mictlantecuhtli. It is a weapon that requires attunement, as I mentioned. And you start to see with your magical abilities that it is a ceremonial spear. And actually you see many deaths occurring as you sort of channel your energy to understand this item. It piercing thousands of bodies in rapid succession in this sort of like montage of death. Thousands of warriors being killed with its blades. It being wielded by a warrior, a tall 8-foot warrior, a ruthless chieftain who you now know the name of with your magic, Ikothor. A creature and warrior from somewhere deep within the Amadio jungle. And you can tell that as you start to see the wood that it was made from, you start to understand the materials that it was built with. You get the sense that it is somehow blessed by Mictlantecuhtli himself. You also know that this spear drains the life of those it kills. And if you were to attack and hit a creature with it, reducing it to 0 hit points, to killing it, essentially, that you would pull some of its life essence into yourself. It also has a massive benefit to your ability to actually hit and do damage to creatures that you are doing battle with. And I'm going to show you guys this spear.
That's a fucking thing.
Fucking sweet.
Yep. So if you read below, when you hit with a melee attack using this spear and reduce the target to 0 hit points, you gain 2d6 temporary hit points. and it has a +1 to attack and damage rolls. And then the history of that is up here. I'm going to say you don't necessarily pick up on the Tomoe-chan piece. I don't know why I kept that in there, but it is from the Amadio jungle.
Okay. And maybe I see some of that imagery, but I don't connect those dots.
Right.
Because I don't know what that is. That's fucking dope.
Thing's a beast.
I will.
I don't see that anywhere in this book. I'll flip a couple pages.
This
it's not.
book doesn't talk about this.
Well,
This is my first magic book, guys. Cut it out.
I will.
That's a pretty cool spear.
When my ritual is over, I will turn to my friends, kind of, and I feel like maybe some of that like energy has kind of like infused me a little bit. So like as I like open my eyes, kind of through the haze of the incense, maybe they're a little bit fucking wild and blood crazed a little bit, like I've been through the spear's history a bit. I kind of speak these words of like if I get this history, I'll kind of talk a little bit about that, and like my breath like pushing the smoke away so it looks kind of a little bit crazy. But I will relay that this is a blessed spear of the god of death. It those it slays will fuel the wielder to further glory. It's very powerful. So I'll hold it to Rhunar as the captain, and I'll say, Captain, I mean, you can keep it or disperse it amongst the crew as you see fit.
Oh, she's a beaut.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Add it to the fucking golf bag.
No, seriously, I'm going to look to Byron and Theo. I mean, Theo has his blade.
I'm fine. Please.
Byron, can you wield this?
I'll take it from him and I'll lift it up a couple times. I'll like feel the weight and I'll be like, it's not really my thing, and I'll hand it back.
All right, Rhunar will hold on to it then.
Oh man, I would love that thing, but I cannot wield. I am not proficient in spear.
Oh, I was gonna say,
fucking Irin would murder people with that thing.
Yeah. All right, Rhunar will hold on to it. Well,
I mean, a spear is basically the most traditional weapon of a soldier ever.
Yeah.
So it's kind of your bag, baby.
Can't really imagine myself finessing that anywhere.
Well, yeah, Rhunar has a lot of finesse ability, but he can do some shit with a spear for sure.
All right, so you add the spear to your arsenal as the
Does it have just a curiosity mechanical question? Does it offer any any additional mechanical benefits being double bladed in that way?
That's a great question. It's not dual wielding, so it wouldn't be like wielding two weapons. But it's possible that if you trained with this strange weapon, that you might be able to learn different ways of using it.
Nice. Either way, that's fucking dope as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. All right. Where are we at? Have we spent the night yet? Or is this still the same day we came
No,
out?
it's still
This
the
is still
same day.
This is like, yeah, this is probably like.
It's into the night.
Like if that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like evening. Yeah.
The sun has set. Darkness is descending upon you. The flames are flickering. You have eaten food prepared by Dan Virius. And let's just do this because we can. I'm going to roll a d20. A 9. It's okay. Like, it's not the greatest meal you've had, but it's a really good meal after what you've been through. You feel nourished.
In your soul.
More so than about 6 hours ago, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything else
Should
you guys want to
we-
do, or call it a night? You guys bed down,
Yeah.
take
let's
various
just-
watches.
Let's take watches and take a rest.
All right,
Take various watches.
do this. Tenoch, roll a d20 for me.
Yes, sir. How about a 6?
Okay. And then Deg, roll a d4.
D4.
And we just got rated by Willie Hobbit. Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
What's
thanks for
up?
coming.
What's up?
You just caught us recovering from mummy rot.
Yeah. Thank
true.
goodness for Chaos Spores. Seriously, get your own. Do we have a Chaos Spores t-shirt yet? I don't know. Hey guys, everybody who just came in who is rating us, we're gonna do a giveaway in a little bit. So type in CZRPG. Kirk will show you how to do it, and you'll be entered to win the Dark Hexes and Horrible Diseases. That is a supplement for 5th edition that was created by our friends at CZRPG. They're our sponsors. All right, so what did you roll for a D4, Rhunar?
2.
Okay, so the night goes relatively uneventful. Byron, you have trouble sleeping. You are your thoughts about this wreath, this bouquet of desecration that you and your friends destroyed deep in the ruins of Ikothor's tomb are weighing heavy on your mind. You read a bit about this in this book that you've been studying, and you seem to like in the middle of the night, you think of something and you get up and you get the fire stoked again. And Rhunar, you're on your watch when this happens, and you see Byron wake up, jump up from his bedroll, and he gets close to the fire and he starts reading again. And it's almost like he's just almost like sleep reading, if you will, instead of sleepwalking. He's just paging through the book.
I've been there.
What are you looking at there, Byron?
Wreath, man. This. What were you saying? Sorry.
What are you reading, man?
Oh man, you remember that wreath of desecration?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yep, he falls back asleep, and nothing else happens throughout the night. You guys wake in the morning. Dan Virius, your guide, is up early, and he's got what passes for some sort of a coffee that's brewing over the fire, and everything looks to be in order. Your friends all wake up at about the same time as you do, and you're standing around the fire. Eventually, a little bit of food is passed around. Some of the remaining provisions from when you were in Lambakaya, they gave you a little bit of extra food that you took with you. You do have, I believe, some like rations in your inventories, so you're gonna have to start dipping into that now. But you finish off the last of the Lambakayan lunchbox.
Still tastes like mummy. Just a little bit. Just a
Guys.
hint.
Guys, I had the worst night of sleep ever.
I don't think you slept.
Guys, I think I can't believe I'm saying this. We got to go back.
Go back where?
We got to go back in there. We got to purge that place of evil.
We
I've
purged
been
the
reading my
evil.
book all night, and I'll hold up the wreath again, and I'll be like, "See, I read this page now."
Yes,
Right.
and we destroyed it, and that undid the desecration.
But I mean, it did it. Are we sure? Because there was a bunch of evil still down there. We should.
Things with
we
the
gotta be sure.
tentacles. Are you ready for something that's going to blow your little mind? Are you
I
ready?
don't. Screw that tentacle thing. We'll cut it to pieces. And
Well, no,
cook it.
the tentacle things aren't evil.
They
They're
aren't.
just things that live beneath the earth.
But what about that green haze? That didn't seem very positive. What about all
mean,
that slimy, gooey web stuff? What about
that
that? That
might
didn't
have
seem
been the
very
tentacle
good.
things. There is also the fact that potentially, it takes a while for things to become less desecrated.
Ew, you're the one who told me Ikothor would be further down.
Well, he wasn't, was he?
Well, I mean, we don't know yet, do we? We haven't been down further.
Let's wait.
I don't get
Let's-
what was that thing I shot?
I'm not gonna lie, Rhunar and Theo, you look significantly better than you did yesterday. I'm not saying you look good. Don't
Fuck you.
don't catch me catch the wrong. Anyways,
Yeah, he's not
Dave,
kidding, fellas. He's not kidding.
Dave,
you remember that giant toad thing
sorry.
where we gave it a wizard hat? He was looking good. But you guys, you're looking okay. We should go back. We
Well,
need to
how
purge
about
that place of evil? You
What?
said it yourself. We need to purge it of evil.
once we deal? Well, to be certain, I'm willing to do that on the way back after we deal with the monster we are tracking.
What do you think, Tenoch?
Let's find a Dama.
I'm willing to move on from this temple.
And then we can figure out what the Cylons are doing here.
That shit sucked in there. I don't want to go back in today. I'm gonna move on. I think we should move on.
Then I say we bury it. We bury it. We make sure nobody else gets in there.
We'll hang a sign on it that says "Do not enter."
Nobody is going in there in the next week if we live and make it back this way.
We could just close it with a pry bar. It'd be super easy.
I'm not
Remember
going
that thing where you overthink it sometimes?
Yep.
You're doing it right now. We will take care of it. Just not
That never happens.
eyes on the prize.
You sure I'm overthinking it?
For
I was
the
the one who
moment.
said we shouldn't go there. I was the one who said we shouldn't ever be there.
I know, which is exactly why
Yeah.
I'm very concerned that you suddenly have to go in there after a night of no sleep, and it's potentially
This
possible
was the
you
worst
and we
I've
didn't
had
notice
in
it.
probably at
So
least 4 days.
instead, we're going to get in the boat and keep going.
I'm not rowing.
Fine, I feel
At
better
this point,
today.
you look
You
over and
haven't
you
rowed
see.
yet.
At this point, you look over and you see Dan Virius, and he just hoists the pack up. He's been packing stuff. He hoists it up on his shoulders. This huge pack. He's like, "Yeah, fellas, are we leaving, or should I put this down?"
Let's go. We're going.
I mean, I'll
Let's
set
go.
it. I'll set
Never
it
on my
down.
side, Dan Various.
I'll pick up the boat.
I thought we were
It's
leaving.
fine. It's fine. We'll go. We'll go. Dan Various says so.
So you guys work your way back down on the other side of this portage, and you climb down these broken stairs to this landing that looks as though it was constructed thousands of years ago. A small frame of broken stones with trampled and compressed earth inside of it. Tenoch, you set the boat down in the water, and you begin to load everything into the boat. And finally, the five of you get in. Dan Virius is the last one, and he kind of does that thing where he kind of shoves off from the landing, and the boat floats into the river once again. You are on the Biori River on the island of Cyberit, and you are rowing. You followed the river for most of the day, and let's get a survival group check. So everybody roll a survival roll for me.
I'm a survivor.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
where the-
All right.
Byron,
Wait,
wow.
what? It says 5, but I have an 18 at the top on
Yeah,
the on the board.
that's that roll 20 magic right
It
there.
is.
Oh,
It
that's
is.
Theo's 18, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Let's just to be fair, let's get a Dan Virius roll for survival.
Look it up, Danby.
on.
15 is
on.
Dan Virius's roll.
Take it.
So you guys paddle, and there's no branches, there's no adjacent tributaries that join into what appears to be the main channel of this river that you're on, and you continue paddling forward, and the bugs are buzzing. I need you to let's see who can do this for me. Let's have Byron roll a D6 for me.
D6. You encounter D6 shambling mounds.
2.
As you guys are paddling along, at some point in the late afternoon, you see above you as you're paddling, you're making your way downriver, and you see up on a branch overhanging the river a beautiful, resplendent, crimson red macaw. And it just sits, and it has some green feathers on its wings that are tucked behind it, and it sort of stretches out its wings and then kind of flaps them and puts them back underneath it. And its wingspan is probably 4 or 5 feet. It's huge. It's this giant macaw.
Wow.
And as you paddle past it, it looks down at you and it watches you. You can see it very distinctly watching your boat pass below as if it was the first time it's ever seen a boat. And then you hear
Theo
out of
just
its...
waves.
You wave to it, and as you wave, you hear its voice. Gods, what's that?
What does it say?
It's a boat.
It's a boat! It's a boat! Gods, what's that? It's a boat!
Rhunar,
What?
Theo starts looking around.
it's a bird, dude. You like to look at birds.
Notice
Did
it was just saying,
I'll
gentlemen,
check it out with my spyglass.
what's that? Like it's
Did it
something
say-
here.
Did it say guards or gods?
Yeah, did it just talk to us?
It said, "Gods, what's that?"
Okay.
Like it was imitating someone who saw something awful.
Or it.
I'm just gonna. I'll shout back, "Hello, friend."
You know they take your words.
You know, though, they're probably delicious.
They're not.
Oh, okay.
Tenoch would know.
He would. That's why I'm trusting it.
Either Tenoch would know that they're not delicious, or he would also perchance know that it is a bad luck to kill one of these creatures.
Why not both?
Quite
Probably
possibly
both.
I don't eat things that give me bad luck and taste bad simultaneously.
Yeah.
You continue paddling, and Tenoch, roll a perception check for me.
I will do it. Boop, boop, boop. If I can find it, there it is. Yes. 3. Thank you for not rolling over to the 19 blue dice.
You're sort of watching. You take a break from paddling while others are paddling, and you're just sort of watching the sides of the river as they get narrow at certain points, and there's giant trees that have sort of fallen into the river in front of you, creating like these strainers as the current sort of pushes against you. You paddle forward, and you just see a flash of red above you, and you look up, and you don't see anything, but out of your periphery, you saw a flash of red fly past. Couple minutes later, you see a scarlet macaw, a giant macaw, perched on a tree above. And as you guys paddle forward, it looks down at you again and watches you as you pass by. Gods, what's that? It's a boat! It's a boat! Hello, friend!
Hello. Hello?
All right, it just repeated what I said before.
Oh, you're new. You know what? That makes sense.
Are
I
there
mean,
All right, he doesn't seem like a problem. I don't know.
Yeah,
are
let's leave
there
it alone.
any? Are we near like the? Are we in the middle of the river? Are there any branches? Are there any trees? Is there a shrubbery nearby?
Oh yeah, I mean, so the river is probably at this point maybe 20 feet across. It seems to have gotten a little bit narrower, and there is the shrubs and vegetations and trees thick on either side.
Are
And you
there?
get the sense that it would be folly to even trudge into the forest off of the water at this point.
Are there any? What's the word? Like fruit bearing plants like within reach, within maneuvering.
Roll a nature check.
Oh, I can do that. All right, 15. Thank you, light colored bluish die.
Yes, there are some trees that seem to be in fruit that hang nearby.
If I could grab one, or if I think it would be too much for my short little halfling arms, I might suggest grab Theo, or who's ever not rowing. Like,
I'll grab one.
grab one of those and toss it to the bird.
All right, yeah. I'll reach out. I'll grab a fruit. If I see one low hanging that I can reach,
You do?
if I can't reach it, I will spear it with my rapier and pull it off that way. And then I'll throw it at the bird. Underhand it, like I'm offering it.
Okay. Roll a dexterity. Let's do an attack roll without your proficiency bonus, just to see if you get it, up close to it.
Oh God, I
A
can't
12.
even read that die. It's so black.
It is. That's crazy. What kind of die are you rolling, dude?
I went with the
Blackest
darkest
die.
color I could find.
That black guy.
Suddenly,
Wow.
Byron, from the back of the boat, this mummy stands up, wraps its arms around you, and pulls you into the water. And everybody watches as you just see these bubbles as Byron sinks into the water and dies. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you pitch the berries up towards the macaw, and it kind of watches the berries as they just go up and then come down and splash into the water. And then it says, "Dodge! What's that? It's a boat!" And then it flies off and disappears into the canopy.
I don't think it eats fruit, dude.
All right, let's
Maybe
keep
it's-
paddling.
It works
You guys-
for the pirate captain.
Are
laying
these-
up there? It's
I-
fine.
I have a quick question. Is this like, is this a common sort of example of this type of bird? Would there be a reason? I guess my ultimate question, my goal is: would there be a reason to suspect that perhaps it is, something's familiar?
Roll an insight
Or,
check.
or a watcher of some kind? Come on, baby, come on.
14?
14?
Okay.
Yeah.
You get the sense that it's strange that a bird out in the deep jungle, as far from the city or the town, if you will, that you have traveled would have that sort of vocabulary. However, you also know that this river is sort of the lifeblood of the peoples who live at various locations. It is the way that they get to and from the places they need to get to. Very rarely do people travel overland in this area because of the terrain and the wet sort of sawgrass type habitat that it is. So, you know,
And we are heading
essentially
to a village.
you are heading to a village, and it gives you the sense that, you know, this is probably a fairly well-worn route for people.
Okay.
And it's not as remote as maybe it seems when you look around. It seems very remote, but because of that sort of echoes to you of, you know, this is a well-traveled route.
Okay.
Anybody
I'll
else
keep
have anything?
paddling.
You guys continue paddling, right? And you it starts to grow dark. The sounds of the jungle begin to fade as creatures start to move away from the river, perhaps go to areas where they might roost. And in the distance, let's do this. Roll a perception check, everyone. As you're paddling, night is drawing near, although the sun hasn't quite dipped below the horizon. You can't see the sun because of the canopy itself. Very nice. Theo, you're the first to hear it. A rumbling. Soft, low pitched, almost inaudible at first. You're not sure if you hear it or not. But as Rhunar and Byron continue to paddle upriver, it starts to grow louder.
We need to get off to one side now. Either something is coming or there's a waterfall ahead.
It starts to grow louder and louder, and you start to hear it as water. And you can tell because the pace of the flow of the water starts to pick up, and it starts to pull your boat in a specific direction.
Wait, guys, I'll take out the map that was made by the villager, and I'll be like, we need to pull off now because they said if we don't pull off, we're gonna get pulled into the falls, and that's not good. That means we're close.
Yep. Let's pull off.
All
I
right.
believe it was to the west end.
You start to look for a place to pull off, and you don't see anything at first. Everybody roll a let's do a new perception check. The rumbling grows louder as the falls begin to get closer to you.
That's way better.
Very nice.
Except for Rhunar.
Yeah.
Byron, I don't know if Byron shared this, but the Mor'adu Falls lie ahead of you. You definitely mentioned the falls, but I don't know if you knew the name or if you mentioned it. But it's the Mor'adu Falls rumble with energy ahead of you, signaling for you as you have picked up to pull your boat to the shoreline. And you see ahead of you, Theo, off to the right, a small beach area.
Over there, to the right.
Yep.
To the port. To port. No,
And
starboard. Starboard.
It's at that point in the evening where it's starting to get a little bit difficult to see if you don't have dark vision. The shadows are deep and dark. The sun is well below the canopy horizon, and but you do look ahead. Theo is able to point out that there is a beach ahead, and you do see it. And you're able to navigate the boat, no problem, over the beach. You pull onto the sandy shoreline. And as you do, Dan Various jumps out with the bow rope and sort of finds a nearby tree and wraps the rope around it. And then he walks back over to the boat and holds it steady as the four of you step out. You can hear the rumbling. Pretty much the only thing you can hear at this moment is the rumbling of the falls ahead of you. And you can start to see almost like the froth coming off. The falls themselves are, I don't know, something like 30 to 40 feet downriver. For those of you who have like a sailing background, you get the sense that you've come over some sort of a divide in the landscape because now the water is flowing in a different direction.
That's weird, but also, hey, magic world.
No, it makes sense. It always flows away from the highest point.
Danvirius turns and says,
Did you hear that?
No, what'd you hear?
he draws his sword slowly and
Oh
quietly.
shit! I'm gonna draw my rapier and pull my shield.
Everybody roll a
my
perception
hood up.
check.
Sword is out as I roll Bearception.
I make a fist.
I'm gonna pull the spear.
Nice.
Perception.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 16.
I'm still crap.
Rhunar, change your dice color, man.
Everybody but Rhunar picks up on this. Just barely audible above the rumble of the falls ahead, you hear a sorrowful, an agonized, some sort of a moaning up the shoreline, out of view, darkness ahead of you. You hear a distinct. At that point, the same time, the wind changes direction, and you catch the foul odor of death.
This isn't good, guys.
Fellas.
Oh shit!
I'm
Fellas.
gonna reach into
the
my.
village.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out a fuzzy ball.
You grab your ball, excuse me.
I'm gonna drop one on the ground.
Okay. Cinco.
It is a black bear.
Ooh, nice. A black bear appears in
So-
front of you.
And my command will be to climb a tree and protect us.
The bear scampers up a nearby tree.
How is it going to protect us? It only has cloths.
Drop bear. It's a drop bear.
Yeah, it's a trap. It's a trap made of bear.
What is a drop bear?
It's the best trap.
It's a trap I just came up with, and I'm gonna start journaling about it.
You guys watch as Danvirius creeps forward up this rise from the beach about 10 feet, and there is
Theo will go
another
with him.
10 feet from him is a small hut near the river bank, and he moves up to the side of the hut and kind of hides up against it. And Theo, as you join him, he points.
Can you see that? What is it? I don't have the vision. I can see movement.
Theo, you look out and you see the rest of what appears to be the village of Mor'adu fallen, destroyed. Animated corpses shamble about the village, unaware of your presence for the moment. You can faintly make out thick, black swarms of insects that drop upon the ground and then fly into the air, moving in unison like black clouds. They appear to be sucking at wet spots on the ground. And with that, fellas, we're going to go ahead and end tonight's session as you guys have discovered the fallen village of Mor'adu.
Finally.
Painted Mor'adu.
We're doomed. We're
Yes.
Ah! You're not doomed. You guys are luckier than hell. You guys survived a total
Yeah, no
party
shit.
kill earlier.
Oh man, that was so close.
Yeah, you guys are doing great. Everything
By
I
the
do,
width of a whisker.
I try to kill you every week, and you guys always sneak on past.
That was nuts today.
Mhm.
That
was.
was
God
real
dang
close.
I was nervous.
Thank
was
goodness
real
for
close.
Malak.
Just getting out of that cave was crazy.
I really dig Malakt.
Yeah.
He's the best little slod we've ever encountered.
Yeah.
I really hope that the reason he's not like a chaos wielding like murder beast is because chaos has destroyed his memory so much that he forgets all the time.
Well,
Like
he's my
that's just
favorite.
that just sounds amazing to me.
Of all the NPCs we've had help us along this journey, Malakt is my favorite.
My lips are sealed for the moment. Maybe someday you'll find out what's going on with Malak, but he certainly
Maybe,
didn't. He did not remember you guys at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
I'm cool with that. I barely remembered him.
that tracks.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Well played,
Nice job,
everyone.
guys. Nice job.
Yay.
Nice job. And thanks to
Hey,
the
friendos.
viewers who have been watching and hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. We're gonna do
Thanks,
a quick
RBTV.
giveaway here in a couple of minutes. So if you are interested in winning the Dark Hexes and Horrible Diseases supplement for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. This was created by the publishing group CZRPG. Our friend Christian is the head of that, and he and his party, a fellow by the name of Matthias Gildman and Jack Weighill, created this with his direction, and it's awesome. It's packed with 8 diseases, 9 curses, new stat blocks, new magic items. I mean, this stuff is great. You might be able to win it. So all you have to do is enter the code word, the keyword, the magic word, if you will, CZRPG. Kirk is gonna show you how to do it in the chat there. Chad is everybody's gonna show you how to do it. The whole team.
He's quicker.
The whole team is showing you how to do it, my friends. Yeah, this is really cool, and it was very fitting for tonight. I was pretty excited when he sent me the information on this because this is brand new. I haven't even seen it yet, but it was very apropos for what happened to Theo and Rhunar. We like curses around here. I've thrown a couple curses at you guys over the course of this campaign, haven't I? You guys had that crazy one that Whimsy had to help you get out of, right? When you went to the Dreadwood.
Yeah.
There's the Byron's under.
Yep, the constant curse that Byron is under.
A literal death curse.
The curse of.
You know what's
Wildcard.
crazy is that whole like Dreadwood thing was the beginning of this season. Like, I think that was episode 4 of this season. We're on episode 30.
Oh, wow.
This is our 30th episode of season 3. That's crazy to me.
Wow.
Of
Yeah.
season 3.
Yeah.
How many episodes is that total?
Well, so we had 30 this season so far. We had 27 in season 2, and then we had 7. So 30, 57, 64 episodes that we've played.
Nice.
That's
Man,
crazy.
you'd think we've been playing like every week for a year almost.
Is that what it is?
It's more
Over.
than
A little more than a
Over.
year, right? Yeah, we started at the
Wow.
beginning of COVID. Anyhow, it's been fun. Yeah, there's a
It
lot of
really
curses in the Amber Temple. That's absolutely true, Christian. And a couple of our players in the Curse of Strahd game actually, well, Casimir died, and his curse brought him back as a different kind of creature. It was kind of scary.
Oh no!
He was our
Yeah.
NPC buddy.
Have you ever heard of a Quell?
Oh, yeah.
A quell.
Yeah, he came back as a Quell. It was
was rough.
super sketchy.
Wow.
Anyhow, who wants to win the Dark Hexes and Horrible Diseases?
Win our stuff.
Let's
Win
do
it.
this. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Cardman,
Cardman's back.
hey,
Cardman's
Cardman's
here?
back. Cardman
Alright.
always is here to win some stuff. All right,
Chose that
Vamp's
up
still
for the
here.
last
Vamp's
3
still here
minutes.
too.
Vamp Wickman is here.
Phoenix.
No, he's not here anymore. He was here earlier.
Time Lord's wife was here. Thank you, Kayla, for joining. Kind of fun news. I will be starting to play in a game that she'll be running coming up soon. Our character art is almost done. It looks really cool. And
Ooh.
yep, so I'm super excited to
Can
be
you tell
a
us
player.
what kind of character you're playing?
I am going to play
Can you
a
dish it?
character by the name of Reed Bramblebranch, who is a Lightfoot halfling bard. He is a lore bard, and instead of being like the sort of stereotypical minstrel music playing bard, he is more of a storyteller, like spoken word bard. And his specialty is not seducing maidens and all that kind of stuff. He is an investigator, and a recoverer of antiquities. So he is built to be a dungeon delver. So he's kind of built like a bard / rogue without any rogue in him. But he's very roguey in terms of his skills.
So my question to you is, are you gonna rap?
Possibly. It's gonna be more like beat poet kind of Jack Kerouac kind of vibe. So
Nice.
Okay.
Fucking love it.
yeah, I didn't want to do like that sort of like highly sexualized bard. I wasn't interested in that at all. I was more interested in like storyteller and just like a kind of a skill monkey, to be honest with you. But who can get like fireball when he gets to a certain level because he's the lore bard, and they get some awesome spells that they can pilfer from different places. So
Fireball is a skill.
it takes some skill to wield it successfully.
Yeah.
It's got to be placed.
That sounds pretty sweet.
Just right.
That sounds
Boom.
pretty sweet.
Yep. So, anyways, all right, let's do this giveaway, guys. Who wants to do the countdown? All right, Chad, do it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Fireworks, explosions, and all that stuff. Here we go. Cardman. Cardman. 2467, you rascal.
Definitely went before.
Yeah, Cardman,
Nice.
you are awesome. You have won the Dark Hexes and Horrible Diseases. Congratulations. You're hexed and diseased, and we love you. Thank you for being here. I will send you a whisper with the link for you to download. Big thanks to our sponsor at CZRPG, Christian and his team, for continuing to sponsor the stream and helping us promote this. We hope you're enjoying it. We're enjoying it. So I guess ultimately that's really all that matters. We're having a blast. We've come this far. We have a long ways to go, and I'm excited to see where our next arc takes us. And Byron is gone. He has things to do. So Kirk is gone. But we will see you guys next time. I have a question for you, Chad. Who's online right now? Twitching that we can is Phoenix?
There is nobody online that I follow
All right, let me see what I've got here.
right now.
I don't have anybody in D&D now.
I've got let's see, shared experience. Do you guys know them at all?
I don't, but I trust you.
Let's see what they've got going on. We've also got wow, that's a lot of that. Oh yeah, Twitch has commercials that are like kind of annoying. Do we have commercials? I think we turn our commercials off for subscribers, I think is what we do. So, I mean, if you want to subscribe while we're trying to figure this raid out, you'll never have to look at another.
There are a number of recommended channels that I can see.
I think
Cartman
my recommended
suggested
channels are definitely
Studios.
my recommended channels are not fit for this crowd. I don't know why they're recommending
Together Studios.
There's a lot of like hot tub stuff.
How do I not follow Together Studios?
A lot of hot tub stuff. I don't know what that's all about.
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on here. You know what?
Vorpal Tales. I got
Defiant is starting
Praetor's
soon.
Rejects. Praetor's Rejects. We talked about them.
Yeah, where are they?
They're online right now.
All right, let's do them.
I see them.
All right, so
they're in my recommended channels.
They're actually
Cardman
streaming.
suggested Together Studios.
What are they doing?
Let's look. They are. Oh yeah, I don't know how I don't follow this. They're playing some kind of RPG that is D&D based.
Sure, let's go there.
Keith is
what is
playing.
it called?
Together Studios, spelling out the word two, TWO, Gether Studios.
It's in the chat.
It's Keith Baker's studio.
Okay.
He wrote Eberron. He wears a cool hat.
All right, let's do that. We'll go there. Let me get
I had
back
a
over
cool
here.
hat.
All right, raid. All right, guys. Everybody join this raid. Let's go have some fun. Did it work? Raid. Raid. V. Together Studios. Cannot raid this channel. We are unable to raid them. Why is that?
They might have it blocked.
They don't want
Who
raids?
doesn't like raids?
Predators Rejects.
Yep.
They're doing Sanguine Isles Season 2, Episode 8 with DM Mech.
All right, we're doing it. We're going to Praetor's Rejects.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today. I had a lot of fun. My friends had fun after the adrenaline wore off.
All right,
Join
guys.
us next week for more shenanigans. Join
We're
us
gonna-
tomorrow.
Yep.
Do this raid with us.
All right, guys. Here we go. Get ready.
Let's take their stuff.